Hey, welcome back to Boku Vlog, and today we're going to do a little hike. We're at the Hague Road Nature Haven off of State Road 38 and Hague Road. This park's been here I think about 15 years now. It's been a couple years since I've been out here. I'm taking the kids to let them fly some kites in this open field, and they got a trail right over here in front of us where the bench is. It goes in, it runs along a little creek. It's not very long, but it's fun to do. Like I said, we haven't done it for a couple of years. I think Jasmine did it with me probably maybe even 4 years ago. Haven't done it since. I don't think Montana over here has done it probably longer than that, but I've hit it up a few times, kind of look for some mushrooms, never have any luck. So we're going to hit it up today because I want to kind of explore some fishing spots along the creek. It feeds at Cicero Creek. It feeds into the White River, a couple miles, kind of in between White River and Morris Reservoir, about 2 miles each way, probably by the creek. It's just your common fish: bass, carp, catfish, bluegill, perch. I don't think there's anything spectacular in it, but I fished it below the reservoir a few times, never fished it out here, and I just want to see how it does. But I told the kids we've been wanting to do the hiking video, and I said let's do it today. It rained last night. Just haven't had a chance. Been busy with work and the weather, and other stuff has come up, but here we are today. And what's nice is I think eventually this is a city park or city trail. Eventually maybe they'll buy this property over here and keep it undeveloped. I see that. That's awesome, isn't it?
Is it wet?
You know, I don't remember that before. They must have put that in the last couple years. I'm sure that wood's a little wet, but it's nice. I honestly don't. Let me see if this sign says how long it is. It may be it just says trail. There's like three. There's A, B, and C entrance, and it might be maybe a quarter of a mile. It's pretty easy. I mean, there's really no hills or anything. And
what does the sign say?
it's basically telling you they don't want you to disturb the ground. It's a nature preserve, and so they don't want you going, you know, ripping bushes out, they don't want you moving wood around. They want you to leave it where it falls. If it falls in a trail, they'll come out and move it. Yeah. Basically, they just want to keep this as natural as possible.
That looks like a hut over there.
This is a lot more overgrown since the last time I've been in here, but of course that was mushroom hunting, so it's not going to be as weedy as early in the season. Yep.
And watch out for poison ivy. Yeah, but I don't know how many.
I don't think we're going to be walking through, and I think we'll be good with poison ivy out here, as long as we stay on the trail.
Yeah. Poison ivy has like 5 days or something.
And that's what they kind of want too. They want you to stay on the trail.
Yeah.
Oh, look over here.
Huh.
I think this is see this right here? I think there's a little animal trail. You can kind of see it's disturbed a little bit. It's probably a deer trail. Kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe we'll see a bear.
Look at those huts. They're like trees that fallen, but in the perfect shape to make a hut. That's a nice place for that.
I like it. I mean, it's not close to, it's actually close to the city, but it's just right on the edge of town, and it's only about a mile from our house. There's another nice little county park called Mcgregor. It's a couple miles long.
Wait, that long tree has mushrooms on it, and people are running to like.
You know what? Some of those mushrooms I can't see them from here. My eyes are too blurry. Some of these mushrooms, those you can't eat. But there's some that are like golden collar that are growing right now.
Yeah.
That you can. I can't remember the names of them right offhand. And there's some that are white. They almost look like balloons. And people are out looking for those right now. I don't know my mushrooms that well. Oh, look, I think they're Is there some in the tree right up here? Or is that just dead leaves? I think it's just dead leaves.
That's dead leaves. If it's like, whenever you see that, it's dead.
It was up in this tree. I thought I seen some.
No, that's dead.
I think it's just
Because I just seen
leaves. Leaves are starting to turn. It's saying today's what?
Look,
The
it's
12th?
red. Yeah, October the 12th.
Yeah, the 12th of October. So we're getting close here. We have some pretty collars.
No, that's ant trails. You can see the ant trails on the bark. Dad, those are ant trails on the bark.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the bark started to rot off on the tree. Look at that big tree.
I think your tree back there that you had to use the restroom on that one time, Jasmine, is back there. We missed it.
Oh, look, there's like a little trail.
I took Jasmine back here probably 4 or 5 years ago, mushroom hunting. And she's like, I have to use the bathroom. And she couldn't wait. And so I found a log and she went.
Dad, look, a hill. Would you like to go sledding on it?
I think we're actually the only people out here right now. There was a car up front, but they were just sitting in the vehicle. Actually, they were pulling out.
Careful, Dad, it's slippery.
Yep. We got ourselves a little muddy place. We get close to the little creek.
Look how green that grass is.
I can hear the water flowing a little bit. It's actually, oh shoot, I about fell.
Oh, my poor sandals.
If we would have went into another entrance, we could have made it. Basically, would have taken us right to the creek. But I like it back here. We need to do this more often. My fat butt needs to lose some weight anyway. Yeah, you probably hear me out of breath, but it's a good thing. You can hear the birds? Yeah, it was pretty cool, didn't it? They're getting ready to, some of them are flocking together. They're going to be flying south. Yep, another slick spot. You know what? I bet it takes us.
That takes you to the river. Can we go see the river?
Yeah, we can go see it. We'll see it other places too.
Oh,
yeah, we'll go down here. I know this takes us to the creek because it's a dead end. Yeah, you can start seeing some of the water down there. No, it's Cicero Creek. This what is below the, when you see below the dam, where that goes through Cicero. So here we are. It's actually fast moving water. Right over here, it actually looks pretty good to set up. It's not very deep though. I think over there it's a little current. You could actually, what's nice about this is you can walk in some of this. You just got to be real careful. And because I know there's spots out here that's probably over your head, but most of it is walkable. It's actually really clear today, and I'm surprised with the rain last night. This creek is, I don't think this creek is usually that clear.
It's so beautiful. I found a seashell. Oh, Dad.
I don't think it's a seashell. It's probably like a mussel or a snail or something like that. All right, we'll be back here in a few. We're going to check this out, and once we get back on the trail, I'll turn this back on. We'll be back in a few. All right, we're back. We checked out the little fishing spot over there along the creek. Here's maybe one good area. We're having fun. It's only about 65 degrees, I think, right now. Feels good, especially for the hike. Feet are a little wet, and slippers I'm wearing have no traction in them, so it's like walking on ice.
I like walking on ice. Gives you danger between life and death.
Yep. We're gonna have another little mud pit coming up. I think there's going to be another area, a few more areas along the creek here. My slippers keep sliding out from under me. And
why is there power lines? I thought it was a nature preserve.
yeah, right. Got another little bench here.
And
there's a little trail that goes down to the creek. We can check this one out. And
it's really, really small. It's like an animal trail.
yeah, this one's human. I'm sure animals use it from time to time, but yep. Current's a little slower over here. This might be, it's deeper. This might be another good area. You just gotta, something like this, you gotta watch out. You don't want to cast straight up like this because you're gonna get caught up in the
trees.
In the trees. You want to go sideways, or you can sometimes if you can go underneath and kind of swing it out there, or you just walk out in the creek. But it's kind of shallow out there.
It's a little shallow.
Towards the other side of the bank over here, it's a little deeper. It's just I wouldn't want you girls out here walking this because
it's really small.
I'd have to walk it just to see how deep it is before I trust you guys, or at least you guys have to have life preservers on or life vest. All right, I don't know if this is a great spot, but
I found golden mushrooms, I think.
Hang on.
Is that yellow or golden?
I think there's some type of mushrooms, but no, that's not what I was.
This?
Yeah, I don't know. You should have picked it, but it's all right. I don't know if that's edible or not. I don't want to try it. I'd have to look it up. Maybe somebody in the comment section knows what it is. There's a few down here on it. I really need to look at my mushrooms because
It's called yellow. I'm going to call it yellow spike. Yellow spike mushroom.
Maybe you'll find a Smurf under there.
Yeah. But Smurfs live in like blue mushrooms.
Hey, you guys were earlier. We call you cranky Smurfs.
Wait, look, squirrel.
Oh, yep, we got a squirrel right over here.
Chum?
His name's Fred.
Yeah.
He's camera shy.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I think that is a sycamore tree because look how fat that is.
Could be. Looks like it. Pretty big. There's another big one straight ahead over here.
Oh, wow.
We got another, I'm not going to walk down here. We got another little area.
Oh, that's like a big drop off. That's a drop off.
I don't think that's a really good fishing spot from the bank.
Be careful. That's a
I knew at one time they had some decent striped bass. There's a bridge just on the other side of here, and my uncle was fishing over there. Of course, it had been years ago, and they were pretty decent stripers. I bet a lot of them were 10, 12 inches, and for around here,
there's another area.
That's a good size. Usually they're only about 4 to 6 inches. I know there's if I remember correctly, there's a few more good spots along here to fish. And yeah, we've got another little trail that sure people's made. It could be animals too, but
What are they?
that
one looks like an animal trail. Those are walnuts.
Hey, those are walnuts, sweetheart. You can collect them. Well, you can't hear. People take them and sell them, and people buy them, and
What do you make out of?
you can get. There's nuts in there. You can.
Yeah.
The walnut. It's just you gotta. I don't know the whole process. You gotta open it up, get the walnuts out, and then you gotta dry them out. And
it's pretty much shells that the current like shells and rocks that the water broke, and then pretty much people would come and drop them over here.
but people buy them. People just say, "Come and get them out of my yard," and people bring their pickup trucks and just load them up. More power to them. They're everywhere through here.
Yeah. My sandals have mud.
Yeah, my feet are pretty.
What's that?
I know there's a lot of coyotes in this area. I see them all the time driving home. A lot of deer. Never seen a deer or a coyote out in this area, but just on the other side of the park. Seems about every other night. So I get home, or I get off work at 1 in the morning, and I'm always seeing something.
I heard a car, like, behind us.
Well, it's going to echo a little bit. 38's just right on the other side of this creek. Yeah. Like I said, this trail's not too bad. There's a little bit of, there's a lot of mud today, but I think this is pretty easy for a lot of people. Another little slick spot. It's probably not the most ideal day to go walking, but I wanted to get this done. The girls have been wanting to do it. Feels good to get out of the house. The kids are on spring break and
No, fall.
I'm sorry, fall break. Yeah, my bad.
October
And,
the 12th, is it spring?
Pretty excited. They're going to be going with my mother, their grandmother, next week. And my wife and I are taking our first ever getaway since we've had kids. So I think we've only taken one vacation by ourselves, and that was 2007. And my youngest one was born, I think, 2010, or my oldest one. And we've never had a getaway, even just for one night. So we're going down south to probably Myrtle Beach. We're going to have lots of fun. We've been there before, so we know what to expect. Been there a couple times, actually. The creek's just on the other side to these little bushes here. There should be some, like I said, an opening. Unless it's just been that long since I've been through here and it all closed up. But yeah, if you're in Noblesville and you've never been here, it's the Hague Road Nature Haven. It's in between State Road 32 and 38 on Hague Road. And it's a nice little park. Nice little nature preserve. I think the long range goal is they're going to put a bridge somewhere on this creek. The land on the other side the city owns as well. Is there a woodpecker up there?
Yeah.
You see it?
I think it flew up. I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on it. Where is it? Is it on a small twig or something? Oh.
Yeah, I see him, but you're not gonna be able to. He's on the other side of the tree, so.
No, he's not. He's just on the twig, but.
He's just hard to see. So. But anyway, the city bought this other property on the other side. It's probably almost the size of this, maybe just a little bit smaller. I don't know when they're going to develop it or make trails out of it, but I know that's their long-range goal, and I like for them to do that because it gives us more walking areas. We got another little opening here. Got a little bench too you can sit. Actually, the water, as far as the current, this is probably would be a really good area to bring a little fishing pole. It's just, you just got to watch it. I think it'd be really hard for the kids to fish right here. Only about one or two, maybe two people could fish right here anyway.
Do you hear that? It's like a hyena going. It's like laughing. Yeah. But it sounds like a bird, like this.
I hear something. I think it's a bird. There might be some people in here too, because I thought I heard somebody talking. We got another little slick spot right here. I'm definitely going to come out here and walk this more often. Like I said, there's another one that's longer than this. It's pretty cool. It's got some bigger hills on it. It's called Mcgregor Park. It's at 38 and 31. And there's different parts of the trail too. It splits off in several different directions. I like this one just because it seems like it's more secluded. There's not as many people. We got ourselves a little pond right here. I'm actually gonna My fat butt's gonna slide down and fall into that mess.
Oh, look at
So here's another part of the trail. This might be Trail B. It's in the center. It comes through this way. So if you don't want to walk the whole thing, you can walk half of it. Yep. You know why it's black like that?
Yeah, I know.
From the walnuts.
Oh, yeah, the walnuts are dying with black.
Yep.
So look at these.
Jasmine, you need to be real careful, honey.
It makes it look like it's way deep.
All right. Well, I made that. Look, we got another little area over here. See how the tree, you know, when it floods pretty bad back here when it rains real hard, or the creek comes up. But you can see the trees where the water's kind of moved them over, and it's kind of cool to see. I know those things got a lot of chipmunks in it. We had a ton around our house this past year, and they're actually getting up under my awning and getting up in my attic. So they were starting to tear stuff up, so I had to get that fixed, and I think I caught about 8 of them. And the last one I caught was during the spring. Haven't seen any since. And this is where I brought them to and dropped them off. I figure if they make it back to my house, crossing the state roads and some other roads, then more power to them. But I wasn't going to kill them and do anything to harm them. They're just doing what they do, and being animals. And we took over their land. Where we live at used to be nothing but farm fields and forest. We got another little area I think we can get down to and check it out. Still looks kind of shallow. I still want to check it out here though. I'd like to go fishing underneath the dam sometime. May have to do that next year. I gotta get some of these pounds off. Like I said, since this COVID, I'm not gonna get into all of it, but whatever you call it, hit, I gained probably 60 pounds. I've gotten 20 pounds of it off, and I've always been big, but I lost about 70 pounds years ago, and I'm about 100 pounds heavier from then, so I gotta get this weight off. Yeah, this looks like a really good area. Nice and slow, a little shallow right here. Looks like it picks back up a little deeper. I think if we're gonna fish anywhere, this would be our spot. Take a catfish pole, Montana and Jasmine. You take a catfish pole, you cast out that way and let it set. Be perfect. Catch a nice little catfish and take home.
I saw a big shark.
We got a pond that just has bluegill and bass in it, and the bass, I'm sure they're spawning, but it's overloaded with bluegill. I think they're eating all the bass eggs. So I've been trying to weed them out, and I threw some catfish in it last year, or about a year and a half ago. They were anywhere from 12, I'd say 8 to 12 inches, and the last one I caught a catfish a couple weeks ago, and it was already about 20 inches. It was nice. I may try to include a picture of it. So they're definitely eating good. But in the 4 years we lived there, I've never caught a small bass. They've all been full grown, and just trying to make the pond healthy. There's some big bluegill in there, but there's a lot of smalls. Maybe you can hear the sirens. We live close to a fire department. Poor guys run. You hear them sometimes once a day. Other times it's 10, 12 times a day. I knew at one time, of course this was back in the 90s, and the county has probably more than doubled in size since then. It was one of the busiest fire departments in the county. And I don't know if it's the busiest now, but they stay pretty busy.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, it's a little deeper out there. Still kind of cool though, because it's pretty clear. Like I said, I'm not used to this creek. Of course, I'm over by the dam too, so it's going to be a little bit darker because it's coming out of the lake. That flow is going to be stronger, so it stirs up the stuff. I wouldn't drink this unless you boil it, or they got tablets you can get. You can put into like a water bottle. But I would only drink this if it was an emergency and I had the proper stuff to. I wouldn't drink it straight because they can be pretty harmful sometimes. Now, if you're on your last ditch effort, or the last ditch effort, and you thought you needed water, you're gonna die, you gotta ask yourself, what's the risk? Drinking contaminated. I mean, this, I would drink this versus I would drink a mud puddle. But, if I was camping, I wouldn't drink this water. If I had to go arrowhead hunting, I've got some at home, but nothing I've found in the wild. Everything's been bought, and I don't think this is the best creek for that. But you never know. I know this area was pretty known for having a lot of Native Americans around. I was showing the kids earlier up here on the banks, showing how when the river or the creek comes up, where it erodes the dirt from the sides, and I know it goes way over. Sometimes I've seen it almost close the state road. All right, Goobs. Actually, I don't think we're going to go at this other place. Hey, come here and see this big tree. It's just a tree stump now. It looks like it got hit by lightning. It's been burnt. That's pretty cool looking. Been there for a long time. Tree's definitely old. Look at this tree right over here. You can actually see the burnt stuff on it. What, sweetheart? Oh, did you find a shell?
No, I found something.
What? Oh, you actually want to... Nope. Let me get back down and see before I fall down.
Dad, look.
Yep. Kids found a little shell right down there.
There's another one over here.
Yep. Let's just leave it.
Yeah.
So show me this real quick.
It's a cocoon, I think. It looks like a caterpillar.
Let's see here. Okay, you guys are...
I'm not touching it, I just pointed it at it.
Really don't know what it is.
Looks like a cocoon or like a moth.
I don't know if that's cocoon. If it is, that's a weird little cocoon if I've ever seen one. But if it is, he's not in a good area. He's going to be underwater sometime this fall or winter. Usually shortly after Christmas. Seems like we get some really bad floods through here.
Dad, we had one cocoon at our house that was a moth.
Yeah.
Never grew into it.
Well, it's because Mom disturbed it.
Yeah, but
She didn't know.
2 years.
Well, I know, but she moved it to another area. But it could have died on its own too. But is there?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right, here's that stump.
I seen 2 crickets before. One I put into the pond. The second one
Hey, be real careful because we're going to have to step on this wood a little bit. And it might be a little slick. It's not too bad.
Yeah, Dad, you're going to break the wood.
I know, right?
Because it started wobbling when you were...
See over here? This is where they sawed this off and moved it. They moved it into sections just so people can walk on the trail. Kind of cool. It's been down for a long time.
Yeah, you can see that.
I'd love to know how old that tree is. Look like it's well over 100 years. But you never know. This day and
Only when
age.
it's struck by lightning. Oh, wait, no, I did have something for breakfast. I had a little muffin. had to come back in. No, when it first started, that was.
It's kind of sad to see the staff die off for the year. I really like summer. I like fall too. Not a fan of winter anymore. Was when I was younger, but
I like fall because of the leaves turning. Dad, look how beautiful this area is. It looks like.
oh, this is nice.
When it first started.
Nice little area. I think this is the one of the areas I was thinking of. I think this is another good spot.
This area is so beautiful. There's another pond area.
We got another little cool area over here to. I think this current's moving a little quick, but might be a.
It's like staircases.
Yep. Yeah, you got a little area right there, but sure there's no fish in it. I remember the last time I seen this, there was no plant life on this. I'm not sure what these are called for sure. I can't remember. I used to know the names, but these are good. If it's a little higher for like bass and well, this fish in general, carp and catfish, they like it.
Look, that's like a cool area. It's like a transition.
Uh-huh.
Like
Honestly, I seen this spring,
that area over there,
I seen somebody have it's like a john boat and it had a motor on it. There was 3 guys in it and they were flying. It was just north of here, maybe a quarter of a mile along the other bridge that goes over the state road. And I don't know how they weren't hitting bottom. I know it was a flat boat, but good Lord, as you can see, I mean, you can see the bottom. It's not very deep. It may be up to my knees. It might be up to a little past that through here, but I don't know. They must know this creek because they were scooting along. All right, let's go back and hit this trail. There might be one little more area up here. Looks like it's pretty slow as far as the current. We're almost towards the end.
Yeah, at the end.
Is this fun?
Yeah.
Is this better than being at home playing on your phones?
Yeah. I have a phone in the car. Yeah, same.
Well, hopefully you put the phone somewhere where people can't see. Preach that to them all the time, but you know how kids are. Of course, we're probably almost 40 minutes in this hike, and they're already starting to bicker at each other. But they're kids. What do you do? This actually may be the last accessible area. No, that's too steep. You're not going to be able to get down in that area.
Let's jump.
Yeah,
I just want to see it.
you can look at it. And they're definitely letting Mother Nature reclaim all this, because I remember. Hang on. Do what?
You know, Lily has like what frogs use?
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like they have some
that's cool. All these the brush and stuff over here.
It's gonna tell me.
I don't remember this. I remember it being clear through here, and
It was so cool.
I like it. I ain't complaining.
It's like where that Christmas tree is. Kind of. Oh yeah, in Mcgregor Park. Yeah. Look at that steep drop
Yep,
off.
you can get down in there, but 20 years ago I would have done that, but not today.
It's wide.
And I know there's actually you can start seeing the opening up here, and I think there's a place. This is one of 2 bridges. The other one, this is actually Hague Road Bridge, and there's a State Road 38 bridge. I think you can get under here to fish, but I think it's pretty shallow from what I can remember looking at. It's definitely steep through here. Oh, looks like there's a tree in the floating down. We had some storms last night, but I didn't think it was that windy. I don't know. Maybe a beaver got it or something. I couldn't tell. Actually, it looked like it just broke off. Got another little play area right here. And we're done. This is it. Only vehicle out here.
Oh, no,
This is.
two. There's two.
Oh, is there another one over there?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Not
missed
only
it.
ours.
Must be on the other side of ours. Used to, you could walk down. You could probably walk down in there. I'm not. That current's fast, and it's actually, they redid this part of the creek when they put this bridge in, because this road did not go all the way across. This was nothing but fields and woods. And so I probably won't worry about going down in there and trying it out. Not anytime soon.
There's like a little area.
But hope you like this little walking video. Like I said, if you live in the area, come walk it. Come play in the field a little bit. At some point, I think they're talking about put some type of a small amphitheater possibly out here. They were letting this kind of go back to a prairie state for a while. They didn't mow it a couple years ago, and they're back to mowing it, and definitely gonna have to get some kites and bring the kids back out here and let them have some fun. All right, talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye.